Hi, everybody. Okay, I know nobody's like watching it because it was such a random decision to come on at this time to do a live stream, but I wanted to come on here and do a live stream because Hurricane Lane is pretty much like here. I think the big island of Hawaii is already feeling the effects of Hurricane Lane. And okay, first of all, we knew there was a hurricane coming. The news has been, of course, giving updates and whatnot about the hurricane. Remind me, I have coffee. I needed a cup of coffee. Um, so of course the news has been giving updates, and on my phone I see on like Facebook or any social media outlet that I follow our local news, and I do have a local news app on my phone that I can check for news if I can't watch the news for whatever reason that day, or just to get updates on whatever reason. But of course, the news has been talking about Hurricane Lane. As of yesterday morning, we, as a family, me, myself, and Logan, me, myself, and I, Logan, and my mom, we needed to do a few things besides getting things for Hurricane Lane. And as we were on the bus to come home, I got a notification from KHON2 News that Hurricane Lane had turned into a Category 5 hurricane. And of course, if you know anything about hurricanes, a Category 5 is like the ultimate worst, whatever you want to call it. It's the top of the categories of hurricanes. So of course I naturally start going, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen and whatnot.
So seeing a news report on CBS News on YouTube, and somebody said there were fights at Walmart for the water.
I wouldn't be surprised. So of course yesterday already people was going a little bit nuts, for the lack of a better term, of trying to get water and gas at Costco's or Sam's Club, especially Costco's. That was a talk between the hurricane and Costco's getting gas. So yesterday it was at a Category 5 hurricane, and of course there's no water left in the stores. The water's all gone, and like here,
as I said, the fights at Walmart.
Yeah, it's like all gone. There's stores that don't have water. There's some service stations that gas actually ran out. Their drive gas, and there's no gas. There's no water. And like here in Hawaii, we can get gas. We can't get gas from the water, but we can get water from our tap from the sink, and it's usable to drink and whatnot. As to where I know some places they can't do that, but so like for us, anytime like a storm comes like this, we usually, well, my family usually try to like stock up on water from the faucet. Um, so that's what we've been trying to do today, as much as possible, is filling up water bottles, cups, whatever we put in with water. We don't have coolers or anything like that, so I can't fill up the cooler with water or anything like that. We've stocked up on a decent amount of food. We don't have like a whole ton to where you can come in our apartment and actually do your grocery shopping. We don't have like a major amount. We have enough that maybe could last us a few days. Um, but I just wanted to come on and say, yeah, yesterday it got, I think it was about 6:30ish around that time. Hurricane Lane was upgraded to a Category 5 hurricane. As of this, as of right now, it's still a Category 4. It went down to a Category 4 hurricane, but it is still pretty powerful. And in terms of a hurricane, and it's not the meteorologists and the news people, they're all saying that it's not supposed to, the tracking of the hurricane is not going to come directly over us. Like, this is the Hawaiian Islands. It's not going to come directly over us. It's more like on the side of us. Like, I'm going to use my phone for example. Like, this is the Big Island. Oahu's more like here. And the hurricane will be like going this way of us, and it's expected to turn once it reaches Oahu. And so far, they're hoping it will weaken. They did mention, even though it's still pretty powerful, I did hear the words weakened, and um the wind, something about they're hoping that the wind strength will like push the hurricane more away. But right now it's supposed to be like getting the Big Island. The Big Island is supposed to have like the first hit of the storm, if you want to say it that way. And then Oahu is supposed to feel impacts later on tomorrow afternoon into Friday into Saturday. And because it is a major hurricane that was, as of last night, her category 5 hurricane until today when it went down to a category 4. I don't know. No, nobody can predict how storms will be because storms are unpredictable. You can never predict on how a storm will take place, but I don't know what the rest of this week will bring in terms of weather. If we'll lose power, if um, services will be cut off, I don't know. Um, I don't know if anything will be destroyed, and I believe about 12 something, 1 o'clock this afternoon, the Department of Education here in Hawaii had announced that all public and charter schools will be closed, as like there will be no school tomorrow, Friday, and then hopefully if everything goes well and there's not too much damage, or there's no damage at all, depending I guess on the situation, everybody will go back to school on Monday. So it's basically a 4-day weekend for the kids. And you know, hearing category 5 and knowing that you live on an island, and for those of you that don't know, Hawaii is made up of like 8 major islands. So it's not like one gigantic place, like maybe a state like Texas or California. It's not one piece of land. It's like made of different islands. And when you live on an island, it's not like you can catch a train, a bus, take your car, and go to the next state to where you can avoid the hurricane or storm or whatever. It's not like they can evacuate the state to where we could go to the other state in preparations of the hurricane. So it's like it's windy now. It gets stops, and it gets really windy. And I know it's from the hurricane, but like I was saying, we live on an island, so it's not like we can physically drive to like California or something to like avoid this major storm. We can't do that. So if anything should happen, we're directly impacted. And I know it was already mentioned. It's a lot on my feed already on like Facebook that there are shelters, but there's not enough to accommodate and hold everybody. And I could be wrong, but I think on Oahu alone, there's like 1 million people living here. So if 1 million people need shelters because their homes are damaged, where is everybody gonna go? And it's not like the airports are gonna be open for us to like, okay, let's jump on the plane and go. And of course, I'm sure there's a lot of people here that can't afford a ticket just like that for all their families. You know, plane tickets aren't cheap, so it's like, where are we gonna go if our homes are damaged and there's not enough shelters? The nearest one for us is at a high school, and as it is, if like where we are located in Waipahu, it's kind of close to Pearl Harbor. So if the water rises, it's gonna come to the high school. So it's like I don't know, you know, it's just the thought of kind of scary, it's a scary situation. But I wanted to, the whole point of this live stream is not only to provide you guys with a little video or something, is to let you guys know that Hurricane Lane has already started making its impact on the Big Island. As I saw some people commenting on different posts that it's already raining on some parts of the Big Island. It's coming. It's, if it's not already here at the Big Island, it's on its way. And I don't know what how things are gonna be from now until it's supposed to pass, which will be this weekend. I don't know how anything, because like I already said, hurricanes, any type of storms are unpredictable. You can watch, you can say, okay, so far this is what's happening, but in the long run, it will often change its course, so you can't really like know for sure what's going on. And so right now it's projected as Saturday, the weekend, this coming up weekend, to like pass by us, but it could stall over us. It could just linger here and for that weekend and not leaving maybe a few days after that. But right now it's the weekend. As far as I know, it's supposed to like go on off the islands. But I just wanted to come on and say, I don't know if we'll lose power. I don't know if any power lines will be damaged. I don't know how things are going to be affected from the storm, because right now there's wind outside. We can feel the wind, but of course with hurricanes, the winds pick up like terribly bad. Last I heard, it was at 155 miles per hour for wind speed. So sorry, I need my coffee. I just wanted coffee earlier. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and say that, because I don't know how things will be impacted by Hurricane Lane. We won't be vlogging for the next 4 days at least. Hopefully not. If not, I hope. Hopefully not that. Hi, Many New Stacker. I'm glad. I was hoping you would come on, because I know we were chatting a bit on Instagram, but anyways, I don't know. Like I said, hopefully I don't have to not vlog for the next 4 days. But if we lose power, I can't charge anything. I can't like upload if we lose internet service. So that's why I wanted to come on and say, I don't know if we'll be vlogging. If I can, I'll see if I can like do live streams occasionally to update you guys. If not, please follow us on our the Life of Grace and Logan vlogs on Instagram. I've been like giving updates there recently. Well, not recently, like yesterday. So, but yeah, I wanted to come on and say that Hurricane Lane is on its way in. It's not a good category of a hurricane. Hopefully it stays at a 4 and just go down instead of going back up to a 5. That had scared me. I'm sure it scared a lot of people. And it's not a safe category as far as I know anyway. But yeah, I wanted to come on, and I know a lot of you know we're from Hawaii, and I'm sure I know CBS News is reporting it, and CNN, they're all talking about it. So I wanted to come on and like mention, if you guys don't hear from us for in terms of videos or whatnot, whatever, that's why. No, yeah, it's not good. It's not a good thing right now. And like I keep saying, it's like storms are unpredictable, and I know I've heard it be said that once it reaches Kauai, it's supposed to be a tropical storm. And from the tracker I saw on a live stream, when it reaches here to Oahu, it's supposed to be a Category 1 hurricane. And I remember when Hurricane Aniki hit many years ago, it was supposed to go between Kauai and Oahu, but it ended up turning, and Kauai got pretty damaged. So like that goes back to me saying that you don't know how storms are going to be. They're unpredictable. anything could happen, um but right now it's just positive thinking. You create positive energy, so creating positive thinking maybe might help this hurricane to go away. I don't know. I just want to like not affect us as badly as is being projected right now. So um yeah, I just wanted to come on and say, Hurricane Lane is pretty much here. I'm sure the Big Island is already getting um rained and whatnot from the hurricane, and it's making its approach, taking its time coming here. So tomorrow, since schools are basically closed for the next 2 days, as long as you're not a worker that is needed there, tomorrow morning before the rain, yeah, you gotta think positive. You gotta have positive energies, because when you create negative energies, the more negative things are gonna happen. But if you have positive energies and positive thinking, it will project that positivity to the world. I don't know how I want to say it, but anyway, I'm just trying to be positive with all this because I don't want to be scared, even though inside I'm like, no, go away, that little inner person of me is like, go away, you're scary, don't come here. Especially considering that we're just surrounded by ocean. There's no way that we could like drive or catch the subway, or you can be prepared all you want, but we are prepared. But in reality, when you can be as prepared as much as you want and as much as you can be, um it's still, you can never prepare for the unknown. Like I know with Puerto Rico, I believe it was, they got pretty damaged from their hurricane, to where believe there is still some parts of Puerto Rico without power. So I mean, we are prepared. I'm sure there's a lot of people. We're on Oahu. I'm on Oahu. Um. Oh, you okay, Logan? Huh? Okay. But I'm on Oahu, and like I said, positive energies, and a lot of people are saying prayers and whatnot that it will not affect us as well. Yes, and many Huni staffer is on Oahu as well. Um, but like I said, you can be prepared as much as you can and as much as you're able to, and things to happen. It's that always that unknown, and especially with storms, it's like the news can tell you whatever, but and then it's up to the storm what it wants to do. And yes, hopefully it will die out or be not as bad as it's being projected. And like I mentioned at the beginning, it was about 6:30ish yesterday or something like that. It was like later on in the afternoon. It was a Category 5 hurricane, and this morning it was 2 or 4. Yeah, I'm seeing many Sacker just said in the chat that he's seen all kinds of reports. I've seen all kinds of reports, and I know a lot of the reports I've seen too are people showing like at Walmart or whatever stores there's nothing practically on the shelves. And
Walmart water.
And I don't know if you heard Logan. He said there's fights at Walmart for water. People at Costco's lines are like out the driveway to get gas. Gas stations. Apparently, some gas stations actually ran out of gas, or if they have gas, it's like not all the available gas. It's like most expensive kind of gas that you could get for your car, and it's just everybody's preparing and as best as they can, and but it's just that unknown of when the hurricane hits, if it does hit, or what it will happen, especially at this category range, and it being to where it's not going directly over us, as far as I understand, just on the side of the Hawaiian chain, it still will impact us somehow. And like I said, it terrifies me, and I'm sure it terrifies a lot of people, but I don't drive. there's people out there who do drive, and a lot of people that I know drive. So they're posting comments saying that gas are running out. IG stories, people on IG stories are posting things. People are taking pictures on Instagram and posting it, saying, look at the line at the gas station and whatnot. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and say, like, if um you don't hear from us from a vlog within the next couple days or live stream, it's because of the hurricane. And I'm checking Facebook like crazy, and I'm on Instagram too, seeing if there's anything there, and to the point where my phone is actually getting hot. Exactly, man. Exactly where we're gonna go. There's no roads to drive on to get out of Hawaii. I can't get on the city bus to go to someplace else with my family. I can't catch a subway. There's just water, huge water, and um, it's not like we can physically up and leave, right? It's not like we can like, okay, let's catch the 40 or the 42, and we're gonna go to California or something. Um, and speaking of the city buses, because of the impending storm, there were. I don't know where I heard this from, but somebody told me, or I heard it somewhere, that the buses may be stopped for services for people to catch on, so they could use it as shuttles for people to go to shelters if it's so be where they need to go to shelters. So if there's no buses and the nearest shelter is like away from me, and how am I gonna? I would probably have to walk, especially if the nearest stop where they are taking people to shelters is away from me. Um, and my family, so I would have to walk. We would have to walk in the rain. Um, so it's scary, and especially living, like I keep saying, with on an island where everything is just surrounded by water. It's you know you get your terrifying moments and the what ifs running in your mind, and you know for fortunately for us, so there's a lot of times that hurricanes have come to where it hasn't like been as bad. I know that a lot of times that does happen. I don't know if people can see the comment. Many Huni Soccer said, I don't know if people know this, but if you go to the shelter, you're supposed to bring your own supplies. A lot of times you do, and I know sometimes depending on what shelter, there's people that they do provide stuff there, but I guess it depends on who's running it or whatever for the shelter, if they want to see if they can provide something. But I don't know. But I know what shelters you're supposed to bring your documentations and stuff like that for your family, and um, I just this 23-minute live stream just became something more of what I wanted it to. Well, I didn't know what I wanted it to be, but I just wanted to come on and saying that I don't know if this is a first that we had a hurricane that reached that category of a category 5, but luckily it's not a category 5 as far as I know of, right as of right now. If it's still a category 4, but I'm on my news app and let's see if they posted anything. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Um. Okay, Hurricane Lane maintains a category 4 strength. Other bands reach Hawaii Island, which is actually the Big Island. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see if there's like anything that I can share with you. Maximum sustained winds is at 150 miles per hour and whatnot, but of course, it's just being prepared and um, waiting to see what happens next. So, like I said, I'm not. We're not gonna be vlogging for the next couple days. That's for sure. I'll try on Friday maybe to see if I can jump on and do a live stream. Um, but right now we're just gonna wait out the storm and see what happens next. Tomorrow morning, um, me and Logan did do a few picking up a few things here and there today. Um, but tomorrow we're gonna make sure we're guaranteed like done and get everything all ready tomorrow morning before the actual rain should be expected to hit us. When we're expected to have the impact of the hurricane. Which will, I think it will be in the afternoon time. I'm not sure. So yeah, we're doing what we need to do and just right now hoping for the best. So thank you guys for joining me in this live stream, and I'll guess I am. Yeah, definitely gotta get what you need. I don't know if anybody else is trying to get things, but uh, everybody's running out of stuff and just all over the place. So thank you again for joining us in this, well, joining me and the other viewers in this live stream. Like I said, you take care too. I just wanted to come on and say we're having this hurricane. It's on its way. So if we don't vlog for the next couple of days, it's because of that. So we'll see you guys hopefully over the weekend. Just yeah, follow us on the Life of Grace and Logan Vlogs on Instagram, and I'll keep you guys updated as much as I can there. So have a good one, guys, and I'll try to live stream as much as possible in between, so that way I can update you guys as well. So have a good one, guys.